Alright, and welcome back. Here we are on the second elemental level of Watcher's Keep. I guess, well, maybe Lily's getting a little greedy. She's probably already had Imwin scratch off 2 scrolls that she's wanted to buy. Black Blade of Disaster and Chain Contingency, which of course we can finally afford. I think there's probably only 5 more scrolls she'd like to buy. So I think she's going to press ahead while we have the services of Jan Janssen with us. So, of course, going ahead then to the 3rd level of Watcher's Keep.
How may I assist?
With the key that we acquired from the Chromatic Demon last time. Okay.
Don't yell. I can hear you just fine.
Alright. A compass here in the middle of the room.
What? Yakman! Yakman sees people before him, but they must be illusions. Yes, Yakman is seeing illusions. Delusionary Yakman.
Yeah, I don't think we're expecting to see humanoids here in the keep. But I guess if we did, we probably would expect them to be mad. Obviously referring to himself as Yakman. Yeah, Lily has questions.
Questions! Yakman once had questions. Talk all the time, his friends say. We come here, look for treasure. Now only Yakman lives. Lonely Yakman.
It's interesting, he's lost his companions then.
Wait! You speak? Illusions that speak? No! Demons covered in illusions! Must get away from the demons. Sneak away. Sneaky Yakman.
Oh. Alright, I think he actually is running away. I think he went down here. Alright, he probably jumped through, well, another portal. I guess the south portal. Yeah, I think each of these, that's what it looks like, yeah, goes to... Each cardinal direction has its own portal. Well, probably gonna pursue the Yakman. I was hoping we could maybe find out.
I am yours to command.
He's probably been driven mad. Maybe he's been on this level too long, but he might know a bit about it. Look at this, he's been camping out.
Jan Janssen at your service.
Alright, so debris here in the middle of the room. Gauntlets. It's interesting. Bard's gloves. Not special, but quite fashionable. Alright. Wonder if Yakman used to be a bard. Here's another portal. Well, I think Lily's going to want to know what's in the Yakman's camp in case maybe he's recovered something important like a key. Jeez. Alright, his camp was booby-trapped. Likely something important then. Longsword. Alright, a diamond. starts. Let's see what this is. Stud of leather armor +1, but I think Jan will keep his adventure wear. Scepter of Radiance. 3 gems have been removed from their settings atop the scepter. If you could find all 3 missing gems, you could reassemble the item. Alright. I wonder if, could be it. We just recovered the diamond with it. Alright, we'll hold on to that. Alright, here's the Madman's Journal. Starts out in legible Elvish. Trapped in a maze. Apparently, going through a portal, you won't be able to retrace your steps. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, slowly degenerates into mad scribbles with references to Yakman. And then a bit of poetry. This might be important. I stand in the room that shows the way, and I must get out of here. I flee towards the rising sun to find the pillar of stone is near. Yeah, they seem to be referencing, directions. Alright. So here's a reference to the east. I continue from there as I began, and with the demon speak. He bids me south to journey onward, to run and not be weak. South until the obelisk I find, with runes on every face. The setting sun draws me on, then into its fiery red embrace. There I flee to the coldest north and lay down by the tree. But even there the north still calls, as to the north I'm free. I think Lily thinks clearly he's mad. He's not free. He's still here. But might be something important. So obviously these might be directions to try. So what do we have? East, south, west, and north. Alright. Surprised this key wasn't used up. Okay. I think she's going to ask Viconia to maybe interrogate Yakman.
Jacques.
Where'd he go?
Please don't hurt me, demon! Don't hurt me! Helpless Yakman! Frightened Yakman!
Frightened of Viconia. Look at this. Do not wet yourself, Iblith. I have no inclination of hurting you. I said stand still. Be still, I say. Calm yourself, or I shall have to give you a reason to cringe. I have questions. He sounds surprised. Demons with questions. Referring to Viconia as a demon. Demons never asked questions before. Nervous Yakman. Speaking out loud here about his thoughts, Yakman must be clever and lie to demons. Sneaky Yakman. So I'm not sure then if what he tells us will necessarily be true. Unless that's part of the lies or part of the deception. Alright, but I think Viconia will try to get something intelligible out of him. Yeah, asking about this place. Yakman run around all the time. Knows this place really well. Maze of portals. Of course, we read that. Portals lead to rooms, and more rooms. Some rooms have demons. Scary demons. Demon's angry he can't get out. But he claims that he knows the way out. But then why would he still be here? Alright, asking how one would get to the next level. Yakman, no way out. Way out is broken. Yakman not mean to break it, but it's broken. Stupid Yakman. Alright, apparently he fixed or broke the way out. Maze leads a big cavern with portal. Portal is way out. But Yakman trip and break portal. Portal broken. Clumsy Yakman. Alright, so he broke the portal. That's the exit to the next level. Demons come through the portal. Come and be trapped in maze because portal broken. Portal must be fixed with rod. Of course, we recovered a rod from his camp. Yeah. The rod he has. But the rod is broken too. Oh man. Rod need 3 gems, and gems fall off when Yakman run. He doesn't know where the gems are, so that diamond was likely not one of them. He's actually offering Viconia the rod, referring to himself as generous. Alright, so asking where the exit portal might be. The thing is, he prefaced all this with saying he was going to lie. So I don't know if this is a... I don't know what to believe, necessarily. Could be a trap as well. Maybe this is a demon. You never know. Alright, he wrote something down in his journal, how to reach the final cavern, which I think we saw with the verses. So if we took those directions, it might lead us to the broken exit portal. Yeah, asking about these demons. Lots of demons. Scary demons. Demons are always fighting each other. It's interesting. Some demons just hate other demons. Well, she's not really interested in who he is, but I think curious about his companions that have died. Hopefully this line of questioning will lead to answers about that. He's been wandering around here for too long. Cannot remember being anything other than Yakman. Yeah, it came with friends long time ago. They're looking for treasure. Rich Yakman. Alright, talking about a ritual, likely the one that we performed in the temple on the first level. Statues come to life, yeah. And poor Yakman escaped through a portal. And his friends died. And he's been stuck here ever since. Alright. It's an odd response. Says he's gonna wait here. But I think we'll look around, but if we don't have any luck, we'll likely come back and Lilly will, not sure, either knock him unconscious or just take his life outright and see if he has anything in his possession that will, help us get out of here. Thing is, which portal do we take?
The group needs me?
Said portals typically do not lead from where you came, so I think we'll just go forward. We're not sure if he's telling the truth either. He said he was going to lie, proceeded to tell us that the way out was by following the journal. I think we'll start with that. Just hopefully it's not a trap.